I know you bring back a couple of veteran guys, well, a lot of veteran guys on the defense, but especially up front, I know there's a lot of youth, especially on the defensive line. How have you seen those guys kind of step up? I know you got shoulder pads on today, a little bit more evaluation. How have you seen those guys kind of step up and fill some of the roles from some of the guys that graduated the last couple of years?
I've seen those guys take a huge step from the spring football throughout the summer to right now. It started with Caleb, Terry Lockett, Steve Lynn. Those guys, they do everything they do to help the young guys and help themselves. Just live up to that moment, live up to where they're supposed to be and what they're going to be this year.
Talk about your duo with Stephon. I know he kind of burst onto the scene last year. What have you seen from him growth-wise so far through the spring as well as the first couple of days of camp here?
Well, he's gotten bigger and he's a little bit more in shape. I say that, and he always working his pass rush moves. He's a great pass rusher, and he's good in space along with Marlo X.
I was gonna say he's up to 250 on the roster. Like, what do you think that maybe allows him to do, and how that fits in with what you guys want to do up front?
I feel like it helps him be a force in the middle of the O-line. Through the A gap, through the B gap, and he's a great pass rusher.
Is there, like, obviously some of the ends are a little bit smaller. Like, I think Layton's still listed at 220. Like, can there be like offsetting responsibilities there that maybe free up some of the more playmaking? Maybe the more, I don't know, I don't want to call Steph not explosive, but you know what I mean? Like, they're very different skill sets.
They're both explosive. They're really the same, just like you said, Steph way more and he's shorter, and Steve way less and taller, but I feel like both of them can do about a bunch of the same stuff.
Ken, you obviously take pride in going against Sean every day. Obviously, one of the best backs in the country. What does that do for your game? Day in, day out. Covering him, tackling him. Just being around him, and that work and that talent.
It's a iron sharpens iron type of deal, man. Sean, I feel like he's the best. Well, I know he's the best back in college football. So just having an opportunity to go against him every day, I never let that slip up. I know it's getting me better. We're getting each other better.
For you as the leader on this defense, I mean, what's been the biggest emphasis? To the younger guys, the first couple of days here?
The little things. Last year we lost a lot of games where they came down to a last-second field goal or fourth quarter something. It'll be like by 3 or a touchdown. It was like 4 games, and that was the difference between us making a bowl game and not making a bowl game. So I tell them to focus on the little things. All the little things that you think don't matter, they matter because they end up coming up during the season.
Yeah, obviously this linebacker core, like you said, with Steph, with Marlon Wax, is the kind of the backbone of the defense. What role have you guys taken as leaders and playmakers for some younger linebackers, some young defensive guys?
Just bringing them along, setting the standard. When we got here, we were the first linebackers in this defense, first players in this defense. So just setting the standard within this defense and making sure they know what they're getting into, know what's expected of them by the coaches and us.
What's a young linebacker, young defensive guy that's pleasantly surprised you in the first day of pass?
First day of pass, definitely Anwar Sparrow, Leon Lowry, Derek McDonald, the whole second starting linebackers, well, second linebackers. Those dudes come out. They do what they need to do. They've gotten a lot better since spring.
When you get full pads on, and how exciting will that day be?
It will be very exciting. It's always good to fully stud up and hit people.
What advice has defensive coordinator Tony Light given to you going into this season?
Just be MJ. Just be me and just keep getting better. I'm always trying to get better day by day, just trying to be better than yesterday. So just be me.
2 more from Mike out. I feel like a lot of the questions with the younger defensive linemen are kind of just experience-based, and like communication's a big part of maybe avoiding some of the mistakes that could happen because of that. What are you trying to do to get in front of that, and what kind of growth do you see from those guys in terms of just like executing assignments?
So basically this whole offseason, anytime I feel like they had any questions or anything, I'll always come to them, whether it's at the facility, at our dorms. I'll get with them, have a small little dry erase board, and we'll go over plays and just making sure they know what's going on. Like making sure they know the defense as a linebacker would know the defense. Because once they do that, they can play without having us to tell them anything. And that just speeds up the game.
I was going to say playing with confidence, like you feel like you have to for the scheme. Do you see any of those young guys stepping up and, or I guess, making that step in that department? Maybe the second year guys?
Yeah, definitely. Terry Lockett, Jatias, Chase. A lot of guys stepping up to the plate.
You're through the first 5 days of training camp. What was your goal at the beginning of the week, and do you feel that you achieved it?
Yes, one of the goals is getting back in shape, moving around my new weight, and I feel like I'm moving very well with my new weight. Yes, sir.
What are you playing at?
230.
230.